What's up, guys? It's your boy Justin. Today we're reviewing the New 52 Earth 2 Volume 2 The Tower of Fate. A lot of twos there, a lot of twos. So this is like the second volume in the James Robinson run of Earth 2, New 52, which, if people don't know the story of this, I read the first volume back in the day, and it made me quit comics for almost like 8 years, man. It was like so bad because of how they handled the characters. But after, uh, you know, rereading the series, I started to realize, oh, I may have overreacted because, there's this golden rule in life. And that golden rule in life is retro always wins. Which means older stuff tend to be better than modern stuff because everything just goes to crap. Right? And now that we got over the fact that they changed the origin story, they changed the characters a lot in this series, we can continue and move forward, right? So sorry, I have really bad allergies, but I wasn't going to do this review today, but it's better if I do this review uh, while I still have the book fresh in my head, right? Yeah. So we finally learned a few things in this book, right? Which turns out Terry Sloan, who is like this, who we thought was this version's like Mr. Terrific. Turns out he goes by in this universe Mr. 8, and that's him in his costume. He fought alongside the Trinity, or the Wonders, as they're called in this universe, right? And yeah, so the book starts off with issue 0, 6 years before the current events, while the Wonders was still alive, right? Where you find out that, oh yeah, Mr. Terrific fought alongside Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman in their war against Apocalypse. When Apocalypse in this universe, it's very similar to like Zack Snyder's Nightmare World, where the Earth was invaded by Apocalypse, and our characters, our heroes, the Trinity, died saving the world from the Apocalypse invasion, which they cut off. For people who don't know, they cut off Steppenwolf and his forces from Apocalypse, right? So they got routed and stranded, right? So here you find out what happened to make Mr. 8, aka Terry Sloan, fall out with the Wonders. Apparently, he had this master plan on how to save the world, right? But he could only do it by sacrificing a crapload of people, right, and pissing off the Wonders, right? Yeah. So we also find out that this universe, Mr. Terrific, who is Michael Holt, was tricked into becoming a superhero by Earth 2's uh, Terry Sloan, and tricked him into going into our world so they could capture him, right? So here, yeah, you still have Green Lantern mourning over his dead boyfriend's life. The main story here is like, oh, he finds out that his boyfriend was killed in that explosion, not because somebody was targeting him, but they were targeting Sam. So Green Lantern goes on this crusade with Hawkgirl to find out who killed Sam. While that's going on, you have this guy who is the leader of the Commander Khan of the World Army, is trying to find trying to outmaneuver Terry Sloan because he doesn't trust Terry Sloan being in charge of the World Army Science Division, which they introduced their version of Red Tornado, which is a robot, which is now in the hands of Terry Sloan. Here you see Sandman, the Sandman unit, tried to take in finding Mr. Terrific alive, which we thought he died in Volume 1, right? Yeah, so while this is going on, you find out that Steppenwolf is alive, and that he was playing house guest with this dictator, giving him weapons and technology, but he ends up taking over that country's which the country was the dictator was planning on capturing him and turning him into the world army, because the world army was after him, right? So we find out that Steppenwolf's forces are not all depleted. He has one soldier left, which is Fury, who was actually the daughter of Wonder Woman that he took in when she was young and brainwashed her into becoming his servant, right? And Steppenwolf is pretty badass here. Yeah, Steppenwolf's cool. So yeah, the second half of this book is you find out you have this guy named I forget his name, Khalid, that was his name, who was an archaeologist who was with Hawkgirl when she found her wings, which apparently she was a tomb raider, and you see her in her outfit, and she looks just like Lara Croft, and they raided a tomb together, and that's where her powers, she got her wings, and where he found the helmet of Naboo, right, which houses the mystical sorcerer Naboo, right, and he's chosen to be his vessel, but because of the memory sharing, he feels like he's going insane. But what happens is that Flash gets docs. The World Army uses his mom as bait to try to capture him, right? And Khalid goes to save him, and they go. Goes to save him, and they get captured by this sorcerer called Wutan, who was originally a woman, but came up with this immortality spell where she reincarnates herself into new bodies with her powers and memories. Who was an enemy of Naboo, who captured our heroes to blackmail them into going into Tower of Fate to retrieve the helmets of Naboo, where Khalid sent it there because he didn't want to wear it anymore, right? Sorry. So this was a pretty cool story. Lots of fights, lots of magical monsters, right? I really liked the Dr. Fate costume in this series. Also, they also introduced Mr. Miracle and his wife, which I forget her name. Oh my god. Also, you can see two kaiju fighting in the background. This is apparently Gotham. Yeah. So Khalid becomes the new Dr. Fate and fights Wotan. Green Lantern helps with the Flash. And yeah. Oh, I left my bookmark in here. Yeah, I love the Flash's costume. The designs are pretty cool too. So, what did I think about this book? I thought it was a huge improvement from Volume 1. There's not as much woke stuff in this book as the first one, which there wasn't even really that much woke stuff, other than they made a character a Golden Age character, homosexual, right? But yeah, besides from that, I really liked the book. The action was good. The dialogue can be hit and miss. It has the problem where except for some characters, everybody talks the same, right? But besides from that, I thought the action was good. I love the vibe of this series. It has this like Image Comics, 90s Image Comics feel to it. And like I kind of like the world of Earth 2, where it's pretty much like it's pretty similar to like the Nightmare world of like Zack Snyder, where like you have like this the world, the Earth is like in this post apocalypse war, and they're just waiting for the apocalypse to come back to fight again, right? So yeah, I really like this book, and I kind of want to go and get the other volumes, but like yeah, James Robinson left after volume 5 apparently, so it's like I'm kind of interested. Was it volume 5 when they introduced like the Black Superman, Val Vaughn or whatever his name is. So it's like I'm kind of curious to know why did he leave, right? So yeah, if I were to give this a rating, I would say it's probably a 6 because there is bad dialogue, and the art's not like I like the art, but like it could have been better. But like but like aside from the bad dialogue, I really like this series. I like this book, and I can't wait to pick up more. So 6 out of 10. So my next review, I don't have the book here, uh, but I have volume 3 here. So the next comic review is going to be Daredevil by Frank Miller Klaus Janson, volume 2. This is volume 3, but I have volume 2 like upstairs or something. But I am going to review volume 2, right? Which I already reviewed volume 1. So make sure to check out that review before my review of volume 2 comes out, which should be I don't know when, but hopefully soon.